How to fix Watch Dogs 2 crashing after splash screen. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we are tackling a critical issue where Watch Dogs 2 crashes immediately after the initial splash screen appears. During our extensive troubleshooting sessions, we noticed that this crash often leaves absolutely no error traces in the event viewer or process monitor logs. If your game completely shuts down before reaching the main menu, Teknobalta has compiled the definitive list of solutions to get you back into action. Bring Ubisoft Connect to the foreground. Our testing revealed a highly specific quirk between the launcher and the game executable. You must bring the Ubisoft Connect application out of the system tray and keep its window active on your desktop while the game initializes. Simply open Ubisoft Connect, ensure it is fully visible on your screen, and leave it open in the background before launching the game from Epic Games. Remove custom DLL files from the directory. During our investigation, we found that manually dropping custom DirectX or graphics files into the game directory causes fatal conflicts. If you have previously placed files like D3D11, DLL or dxgi, DLL directly into your Watch Dogs 2 installation folder, you must delete them immediately. Leaving these unauthorized files in the directory will force the game into a black screen state or cause an instant crash. Verify game files via Epic Games Launcher. Corrupted core files can easily cause the game engine to fail right after initialization. Open your Epic Games library, click the three dots next to the game, and select the Manage option to verify your installation. This process will scan your drive and replace any missing or damaged assets automatically. Cross-verify integrity via Ubisoft Connect. Since the title relies on a dual launcher system, checking the files on just one platform might not be enough. Open Ubisoft Connect, navigate to your installed games, right-click the title, and select the option to verify files. Teknobalta recommends doing this sequentially to ensure total file consistency across both clients. Clear the Ubisoft Connect launcher cache. A bloated or corrupted launcher cache can disrupt the handshake process between the client and the game servers. Navigate to your local app data folder, locate the Ubisoft Game Launcher directory, and delete the cache folder entirely. Restarting your system afterward will force the client to generate fresh, error-free cache data. Run the executable with administrator privileges. Insufficient system permissions can prevent the game engine from allocating the memory required to move past the initial load state. Navigate to your installation path, right-click the main executable, and navigate to the Compatibility tab. Check the box to run the program as an administrator, ensuring it has full system access. Disable full-screen optimizations. Windows attempts to optimize full-screen applications, but this feature frequently causes older game engines to hang on startup. Apply the settings and attempt a fresh launch to see if stability improves. Perform a clean installation of graphics drivers. Outdated or corrupted display drivers are a primary culprit for rendering failures during the boot sequence. We strongly recommend downloading Display Driver Uninstaller to completely wipe your current drivers in safe mode. Afterward, install the absolute latest driver package directly from the manufacturer's official website. Update and repair DirectX end-user runtimes. Missing dynamic link libraries in your system's native DirectX installation can halt the rendering pipeline. Instead of manually moving files, download the official DirectX end-user runtime web installer from Microsoft. Running this official tool will accurately repair and replace any missing graphical components without causing application conflicts. Reinstall Visual C++ redistributable packages. The game relies on specific Microsoft Visual C++ libraries to execute its core programming logic. Navigate to the Microsoft support page and download both the x86 and x64 versions of the latest redistributable packages. Install them, restart your machine, and launch the game to ensure the code environment is fully supported. Disable all background overlays. Overlay software hooks directly into the game's rendering process, which can trigger a crash before the main menu loads. You need to disable the in-game overlays for Discord, GeForce Experience, and even the Epic Games launcher itself. Keeping the rendering pipeline clean prevents third-party software from crashing the executable. Adjust anti-cheat CPU affinity. The anti-cheat software bundled with the game sometimes struggles with modern multi-core processors, causing it to freeze the launch process. Open your task manager immediately after launching the game. Go to the Details tab, right-click the anti-cheat executable, and set its CPU affinity to a single core. This forces the security software to initialize smoothly without thread management errors. Delete the local configuration folder. A corrupted settings file saved in your Documents folder can force the game to boot with unsupported display parameters. Navigate to your Documents folder, find the game's profile directory, and delete the configuration files inside. The game will automatically generate a fresh, default settings file upon your next successful launch. Whitelist the game executable in Windows Defender. Aggressive antivirus scanning can mistakenly quarantine critical files while they are loading into your system memory. Open your Windows Security Dashboard and add the entire game installation folder to your exclusion list. This guarantees that your security software will not interrupt the reading process during startup. Force windowed mode via command line arguments. Sometimes the engine crashes because it fails to negotiate the correct resolution with your monitor during full-screen initialization. Go into the launcher settings, find the launch arguments or command line parameters box, and type in windowed. This forces the application to open in a safe, bordered window, bypassing display scaling errors. Disable hardware overclocking profiles. Unstable memory overclocks or aggressive processor tuning can cause immediate application termination under sudden processing loads. Reboot your computer into the BIOS and temporarily disable any extreme memory profiles or manual core overclocks you have applied. Test the game on complete factory default hardware settings to rule out stability issues. Run a comprehensive system file checker scan. If underlying Windows system files are damaged, no amount of game troubleshooting will fix the root problem. Open the command prompt as an administrator and execute the command sfc/scannow to initiate a deep system scan. Allow the process to reach 100% and repair any corrupted sectors it discovers. Install all pending Windows updates. Operating system mismatches can lead to severe compatibility drops, especially with games that utilize older application programming interfaces. Navigate to your Windows Update settings and force a manual check for any feature or security patches. Installing these updates ensures your operating environment perfectly matches the software's requirements. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more.